Awesome, awesome. We are back. We have Dr. Eddie Connor Jr. on the line with us. How are you? Dr. Eddie, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Awesome. I thought we lost you.
I was lost, but now I'm found.
I'm glad.
Great to be on with the amazing Kelly Cruz. And truly, you are one of God's divas, divinely inspired, virtuous, anointed sisters.
Oh,
and so it's awesome to be on. I heard your prior guest, Paula Champion, and she's making me feel like her last name. Truly feeling like a champion. I'm sure other listeners, the other listeners as well, are feeling that way also. So it's an awesome opportunity to be on, and appreciate the privilege and the pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Definitely are a champion, and you are doing great. I mean, you have there's greatness all over you. I mean, you just released your new book. It came out yesterday, Heal Your Heart. I mean, you're doing a phenomenal work. Let's talk about this book, Heal Your Heart. What is this?
Absolutely. Heal Your Heart is really an anthem in relationship to how to live, how to love, and how to heal from broken relationships. And it's my 5th book, but it was one of my most arduous, if not difficult books to write, simply because I had to go into a place where many of us don't really want to go to, and that is the pain of the past, that is the places of brokenness where we are in our lives. And really the caption, the tenor of it is, you can't deal with someone new if you haven't healed from the old stain and pain of the past. Why is that? Myself, in general, was diagnosed with NHL at the age of 15, and NHL, which I thought was National Hockey League. I'm getting ready to be the youngest owner of a National Hockey League team. I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, stage 4 cancer. At the age of 15, and my own biological father never visited me one day in the hospital. Kelly, I know, just like many of our listeners know as well, people will be with you on the mountaintop, but they scatter when you're in your valley situation.
Yes.
But even in my situation, God was able to give me revelation to move me to manifestation and restoration towards my destination. Because I discovered, according to Psalm 118:17, with cancer in my body, chemotherapy and radiation 5 out of 7 days of the week, I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. I had to discover and rediscover that the first 3 letters in cancer is can. You can overcome and you can survive. You also can heal your heart. There's greater love in you. There's greater value. There's greater joy. There's greater worth in you. And you don't need to lower your value and give anybody a discount in order to be in your life. You have to recognize what God has placed inside of you, because you are a gift to the world.
That is so amazing. I mean, your testimony is absolutely amazing. I've definitely heard it everywhere you go, and when you minister, and when you get to share your testimony. I mean, I've seen YouTube clips where the church has gone crazy. I just think it's amazing that you're able to stand, not just stand, but you've just graduated with your doctorate degree. I mean, just doing phenomenal things. 5 books. Traveling, you have been on some amazing platforms, and now Heal Your Heart, your 5th book. I mean, it's available right now at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, iBooks, Target. You can download the Kindle version, Nook version, and Heal Your Heart. I believe when you said you had to go into a place to get the download and the information, that when you start dealing with your heart, it's like you open up a place where you've tried to hide for so long. And how did that make you feel? Like, how long did it take you?
I've been writing this book for about 2 years in my mind, and so I've always had an idea as to where I wanted to go, but didn't necessarily have the courage or the wherewithal in retrospect to step out on it. And I wrote my prior book, which was released last year, Unwrap the Gift in You, kind of gave me that push to be able to press something of value into people's lives and of substance. Really, with this book, Heal Your Heart, you're going to find incredible amounts of information on dating, on marriage, on just relationships, because relationships are the glue to life. You just don't want to be stuck with the wrong person or people. And when you're connected to the right people, those type of individuals will see something in you that you may not even see in yourself. And they'll cause you to invest in yourself and invest in the gift and the talent that God has placed inside of you. You're going to find chapters in here such as cancel my subscription, I'm through with your issues.
Wow.
You're going to find another chapter in here called Love Under New Management, another one called Take Off the Mask. I've got some other chapters in here called, my personal one called I've Got Issues. And, and even though we have our own specific issues, because, man looking at the outward appearance, God is the one that looks at the heart. He probes what's on the inside of us. God will give us healing tissues for our hurting issues in order to move our life to the next level. I've got another chapter in here called Divas. And really, this book is just, you remember the deodorant, I know you young still, but the deodorant back in the 70s, there was a deodorant called Secret. And the caption of the slogan was, it's strong enough for a man, but it's made for a woman.
Right.
And that's really what this book is. It's strong enough for brothers, but it's made directly for my sisters who are listening. My young sister, my sister, who is listening, you have some value on the inside of you. And just because somebody may have broken your heart, just because somebody may have left you for dead, written you off, told you what you could never be or overcome, just because somebody may have dropped your heart, I'm a living witness that when things are falling apart, that's right when God is getting ready to put everything back together in your life, because all things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. You have a purpose. You have a destiny. You're pregnant with purpose, promise, and possibility. This is the time. This is the day. This is the season and the hour to give birth to the reality of your dreams. But you can't have something that's going to be so incredible until you heal from the old stain and the pain of the past. We always talk about fix my life, this, that, and the other, and find the best mate, the top 10 tips. The best tip is to heal from within. Allow God to have your heart. And when he has your heart, he'll place it in the right hands of the person who won't drop it, but the person who will cause deliverance and healing to be ministered into your life.
And that is awesome. I mean, yesterday I was talking to a woman of God, and we were talking about that as far as, we have all these other tips. You can get emails every morning on how to do and what to do in a relationship. But if you're not whole yourself, then nothing's going to work. And I love how you said strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. I mean, this is an ageless book too. This is not for women 18 to 22 or 25 or 30. This is ageless. So if you're 65 listening right now and you still have, let's just be real. You're 65 and you're single and you're either a single man, single woman. It's not too late. Is it too late, Eddie?
Oh, it's not too late to be great, neither is it too early to get started.
Come on.
And you have to recognize, because there's a difference between chronos and kairos.
Absolutely.
Chronos speaks to the time of the chronological spectrum, but kairos speaks to a season that works in time, and that is God's divine time. A lot of times we think things are delayed or denied. It's neither of that. It's when God is getting ready to do things at the right time. So while he's working on you, he's preparing the right person for you. You just can't allow yourself to be negative and go negative on the situation. You have to say, even though I am alone, this is an opportunity for God to make me one with him. This is an opportunity for me to date myself, for me to find out and enjoy my company. Because if I can't enjoy my own company, guess what? When I link up with somebody else, they're not going to enjoy me either. Because I don't need somebody in my life just to compliment me. COMPLIMENT, to talk about your red bottom heels, to talk about your Zello tie, your Brioni suit, your Christian Clive cologne. But you need somebody to COMPLEMENT who will fit you, who will be a help to you.
Yes.
I'm a living witness. When God removed the rib from Adam and created Eve, he gave somebody who would help him breathe a lot easier. And if you have the wrong person in your life, they're going to cause you asthma. They're going to give you asphyxia. They're going to be a place where they're a hindrance instead of a help to you. And that's what you need God to ordain the time for you. So while you're waiting, don't just sit there, but keep working. Develop yourself. And so you'll see that you won't have to settle, but God will give you the best.
That right there. Now we need to give you a standing ovation. I think that is so amazing. You just said something so powerful. I mean, we are so caught up and we want we want somebody to recognize our hair. Hair done, nails done, everything did. I mean, we want people to recognize our, our shoes, our hair, what you have on, and that's just an external, just an addition. And at the end of the day, if you can, outside of, who cares what you drive, you wear, where you live, how about after all of that, can you actually see my heart and can you love me? And I love this. I've been heartbroken. I've been damaged. I've been wounded, not just from my divorce and what I went through in that, which God has healed me from, but in other, I've had other relationships and it's been very hurtful. And so there's had to be a time of healing. So now what you're saying, it's so important. Be able to take yourself out to dinner, lunch, go to the movies, treat yourself to a fancy restaurant, get something you like. And then as you grow, you're saying that you will be able to be a complementary addition. You'll be able to multiply with this person. And I love what you're saying. It's like a perfect fit
That's
puzzle
right,
piece.
Fit. Absolutely. Because hurt people, but healed people heal people. And when you've been healed from the inside out, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, relationally, that's when you can begin to share your life and say, I've been broken into many pieces, but this is an opportunity to let somebody know that my test is a testimony. My misery is ministry. My stumbling block is a stepping stone. My mess is a message that you can not only survive, but you can thrive based on God bringing you out and also placing you with the right individual.
Beautiful, beautiful. There is hope. You have not just potential, but it is possible. We are talking to Dr. Eddie Connor right now, Dr. Eddie Connor Jr. on this show right now. He has a book. He just released it yesterday, Heal Your Heart. I ordered my copy. I want you to order yours. Dr. Connor, how can they order this book?
You can get it. Of course, yours is in proxy. It's in the mail, signed, sealed, and
right.
Yours. And
I love it.
But for my person who is listening, I encourage you to understand that the revolution will be televised and online. I don't want you to miss it. Go to my website, eddieconnor.com, EDDIECONNOR.com. You can get more information on me, but also you can order the book. And if you order directly from my website, you can get a personalized signed copy with a personal message that will empower you. If not, you can go to Amazon, you can go to Barnes & Noble, you can go to Nook, you can go to iBooks, you can download it, and so that you can move to another place. And, of course, it's everywhere, Target as well. So why don't you get the book? Put healing in your hands. I want to give you a gift of healing, so I want you to be able to receive it, but you got to download it so that you can upload something empowering in your life.
Awesome. Awesome. We are closing the show for today. I thank you all for listening. We had Virtue, Ebony, Karima, and Heather from Virtue, and we had Paula Champion, Dr. Eddie Connor Jr. Get your book, Heal Your Heart. And I thank you for being with us, Dr. Eddie. We are closing for today. Be with us next week, 2 p.m. right here on the Praise Station in the Nation for Walk on Purpose. God bless.